What up, man? It's your boy, my job runner, aka Mr. Money Man, aka I do real estate, aka I'm an entrepreneur. Man, I'm looking a little slim, y'all. I'm looking a little slim, man. Been. I can't even say, man, I done changed up my diet. I can't even say that to a certain extent. Um, I don't eat as much, but I still eat. That's the crazy part about it. Uh, and that's a crazy way to jump off the video, but uh, I gotta work on the gut a little bit, man. The gut's still there, but I haven't just fully engaged into the workout, playing like I should. But I have been engaging in other things, man. Taking health a little bit more seriously. I haven't just fully got into full-fledged cardio running or anything like that, and I know that'll definitely help with removing a lot of body belly fat. But um, I think I've taken down my food consumption to maybe twice a day, maybe, and sometimes once a day. Um, I don't eat as much. Very light on dairy. I haven't just totally got rid of cheese, but um, milk, byproducts of milk, those type of things I've really given up. Um, Still love ice cream, man. Can't just get that up. I don't eat it as frequent as I do, but if we get something in the house, man, I'm going in. Um, but I think a lot of it is just an overall health consciousness, and I dedicate a lot of it to Corona, man. I mean, I've made a lot of changes during the whole Corona pandemic that has truly affected my life, uh, my family's life, and to me, it's for the better, man. I mean, and that's just as far as mindset, uh, just really overall mindset, man. Just totally gave me a lot of time to actually sit back, think, contemplate, and make different type of moves. So, uh, with that being said, one of the biggest, I mean, if not the biggest, making a commitment to stop smoking, man, and that's one of those things where I've engaged in that activity, man, since back in high school. So that was one of the most tremendous things that I was able to accomplish during this pandemic. Here recently over fully beginning at the end of July. So uh, I had 1 week during the last couple weeks of July where I went straight that full week. Uh, and whether you want to say relapse or whatever, I engaged in a couple days of smoking. We're talking tobacco, cigarettes. And I went through that week, and then from that point forward, it was just cold turkey, man. Cold turkey. Don't buy no more. Don't. And actually, one of the it's crazy because I had to put my mind in a state of avoiding the pitfalls that would drive me back to that action. And I think this is a lot of things that a lot of people get they miss this in any kind of recovery or any kind of uh, addiction that they have in any type of change that they're looking to take place. They miss the biggest part, and that is the environment in which you're engaging in. It is absolutely no way possible that you will change an action in the same environment. It's just, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably a 99% failure rate trying to change actions in the same environment. So, and one of my things was I only used to buy tobacco products from one particular store by my house. So I haven't been to that store probably in 3 months uh, because it was one of the main. I just and I pass by it every day, and I would literally go out of my way to go get things for the kids, whether I'm on my way home or something like that. Pick up some. I just literally go a total different route just to keep me from going to that location, and it was just something I knew was a mental blockage that uh, I had to do in order to keep myself focused. So, and this is something that I done early on when I wanted to lead a street life and transition for the betterment of my family. So it was like, man, it was just a total separation. And looking back at it, I can see why, because of it, just a little bit of interaction, a little bit, and whether it's peer pressure or whether it's, guilt by association. I mean, whatever that thing is, to where you're in the same situation or you're in the same environment, man, you know, that frequency, that wave frequency, that's surrounded, that's surrounding you, man, it is super strong. So, you know, I know that it was just something that had to happen early on when I wanted to just make that transition. A lot of it was forced, through not want to jeopardize my freedom or my life at that point. So it's just like, that was one of the main things, and I was establishing a family, man. So it's just like, boom, dry turkey, boom. And I hear these stories so much, and I think it resonates with a lot of people who wanted to make that change. They had to look. I'm gonna get a sack away. I'm gonna look. You don't owe me nothing. I don't want nothing from you. We still, hey, we still good, whatever. But I'm out. I'm done. You know, you know. It is that. That's what it is, and it takes a strong will to uh, and one of the hardest things, hey man, like, a good week of good clothing, like boom, let me get a nice double shot, let me pull up some of this pure hen, let me, hit some of this dose, you know, and that brings on the chain smoking, you know. So it's until certain comforts in that whole process is just totally eradicated, then I won't engage in none of those activities, and that's just me knowing myself and knowing my predicaments and knowing how I have to be in order to succeed. So I would recommend the same thing, man. If you know that and it just takes a real look in the mirror, man, to determine like what is it that you want, what you trying to accomplish, what you trying to do. What is it that is going to drive you to get the results that you want? You know, and you have to penetrate. You have to penetrate the soul, man, to find that self awareness. And most people don't want to do it. Most people do not want to face that reality. Most people rather just uh, dab in it a little bit and feel that rejection, feel that unease, that uneasy feeling, and no, that's a little bit too much work for me. That's a little, oh man, nah, get up out for me. Let me go back over here where it's nice and comfy. So you know, most people don't want that. You know, so I salute anybody, man. I give a motherfucker they props because I know what it takes to drag your ass up out the mud. You know, walk away from whatever it is that you felt like you accomplished and whatever feat. Prior to the change. You might have been the bad. You might have been that person. You might have been that person. Who ran shit, done shit. You know, accomplished every type of feat. And when that time comes for you to make that transition and you actually do it and face it and move forward, man, that's probably that's more realer than anything, man. That's more realer than anything. So I salute anybody who's made that transition, man. Cause I know it's not hard. I know it's not easy. Pardon me. So, but yeah, for myself, man, during this whole COVID, man, I've kind of engaged in a couple different little journeys, man. I try to document a little bit of it throughout. Obviously, I've been doing real estate for the last 12 years. So that right there would never change. I mean, if anything changes, it's the scope of the deals, the type of real estate that I look to get into. Um, that'll probably change, but as far as real estate, it is what it is. We all know if you on this channel, you know what real estate means to wealth building, wealth strategies, and economic development. You know, so that's what it is with that. That will always be a part. But as far as a lot of the other things, man, entrepreneur by heart. I mean, I remember way back, little dude, little cat, always trying to negotiate this, negotiate that, my family, got plenty of stories like, hey, I do this, I buy this, give me this, you want to sell this, and you know, passing, selling newspapers, going out door to door, you know, even to the point to where using my own physical hands and the imagination to actually create products and sell them. So that's entrepreneur by heart. So just being able to engage and know that I can create, I would do that for the rest of my life, man. You know, I would do that for the rest of my life until the good man upstairs say, hey, it's a wrap. So as long as I got this right here, I will forever be an entrepreneur. But one of the things during this journey is gaining more knowledge in different areas. A lot of those passions are manifesting themselves. A lot of ideas from the past, and also upon uh, research, development, and you know uh, just that whole research process, man. Figuring out other endeavors to actually engage in. So this whole COVID thing, man, you know, and I'm pretty sure I did a video, man, like when this stuff first happened, because that's just how powerful uh, the timing was. Have I flourished more? I flourished as far as education, made probably a little bit more money. My real estate business took a hit. I ain't gonna even lie about that. I'm not doing as many deals as I was. The beginning of the year, man, I had my board. My board was lit up. I got a couple things on the board now as we speak, uh, but what I have done is I've transitioned. I've looked into other endeavors, precious metals, stocks and bonds, other businesses, building a brand, uh, and that is the journey that I'm on, realizing that it's a bigger purpose, and hopefully I can actually take a lot of people along this journey. My thing is, man, like right now,